Ring the bell.
All right,
Propaganda.
all right, you got it. Go ahead.
Attention, America. Propaganda. This is a word that you need to look up in the dictionary. Brother, I'm glad you mentioned propaganda. If you work at Fort Wayne Roofing on Ardmore Road, look up propaganda. If you work for Fort Wayne Mental.
Wait. Okay, now wait. Now we don't want to necessarily call anybody out right now. We want to
No,
stay.
we're not calling nobody out. We telling everybody in America, in the world, the world. That's you over there in Cambodia, you in Africa, you in China, you in Europe, Bolivia, Colombia, Arkansas,
What's that got to do with
Kentucky,
propaganda?
Tennessee.
Tie that back into propaganda.
Can you tell us what propaganda means, sir?
Yes.
Please.
It's just trying to influence you to a position.
Right.
Propaganda is not negative. Propaganda is not positive. It depends on how you read propaganda.
Propaganda is a lie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Propaganda is just telling you about a perspective.
Right.
Can someone get their telephone and Google propaganda?
I'm getting it up.
That's like, I mean, that's like using statistics. You can use statistics either for or against.
Can I get my phone? My phone is
Depending on
very
how
smart.
you use the numbers.
He's got to come in.
I'm not as smart as my phone, but my phone is very smart.
Propaganda is basically a truth that has been stretched into a lie.
It's like an ad campaign.
Hey, I want to thank my best friend, Dennis Roars. Propaganda, man. We need to talk real soon.
But to that, I've got a totally, propaganda is not necessarily a bad thing.
Man, please.
Because propaganda, just a minute here.
If you're going to keep talking about propaganda, you should at least take off that sweater. Show everybody your sweater. Propaganda
Yeah.
was born on that sweater.
Absolutely.
All right, back to the party.
They were using propaganda before that sweater.
Man.
They've been using propaganda
But
forever.
For hundreds of years, propaganda has ruled the land.
Even in Egypt with the paintings and the
But see,
reliefs on the walls, it's all propaganda.
But see now, this show here is propaganda because when I get ready to show this show, I'm going to show this to other people, some of which will be black, and they will see how well you all communicated, and they'll want to come out and communicate. You know, it's just.
That's not propaganda.
That's the whole point.
Is leading
propaganda,
the horse to the water. If you take a black person to the bank and you take 20 out of your account and hand it to him, he gonna say thank you. But if you say, hey bro, let me borrow your 20, he gonna say, no, I got kids. Nope, I got stuff to do. Or nope, I can't cut your hair for free. I did that last week.
But that's not propaganda.
That's the truth. That's the truth. The propaganda is if I came in there with $100 and I said, hey, that $20 haircut, I'll give you 50 if you cut me right now.
No.
Right,
Propaganda.
I'm gonna give you the
Go ahead.
definition.
Please read the definition.
Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view.
Oh.
Okay, but hold on now. When
you
say
said it wasn't a lie.
Well,
No,
it's
bias-
misleading.
Bias and misleading.
Okay, but hold on.
Bias, but that doesn't mean it's
but it depends
wrong.
on who's saying it's biased.
Okay, let me give you an example of misleading. You ready?
No. I mean, I don't want to. We're getting off the point here.
What's your question then? Because I said propaganda was a lie. Where we go from there?
Well, I'm just saying that I would disagree. We can talk about that later. But propaganda.
talk later. Let's
Wait,
talk
no.
now.
Propaganda can be a lie,
Okay.
but it doesn't have to be a lie. It depends on who's interpreting it.
Well, let's say like this. If a woman comes in here and she's so beautiful that you want her phone number, okay, she gives you the phone number. You thinking you hooking up potentially with a single woman. But no, she has a husband. So she misled you to think she was single.
That's not propaganda, though.
Yes, it is.
That's a lie.
That's the same thing.
Propaganda.
It says misleading nature, so
That's misleading.
It's misleading.
She misled you to think she was available.
Yeah.
You thought she was available, but she's not. That's propaganda.
I think in the terms of what we're talking about, I mean, we're talking about more so like Hitler's propaganda.
Right.
So you promote the idea of building a strong nation in unity, but under the veil of that strong nation in unity, you're killing hundreds and thousands of Jews.
Right.
So
it's
you're
like,
saying slavery was propaganda?
no. I'm saying
No, not slavery.
No, slavery is not propaganda.
What was
That's not
slavery
I'm
then?
saying. Slavery. That's we're not talking about. Those are apples and oranges here. That's
So
apples and oranges.
slavery
It's
is
not
the worst
slavery.
they can get. That's
We're
the
not, but
worst they can get.
that's not what he's talking about when we're talking about propaganda. We're not
All
talking
right, I'm gonna just shut
Well,
up.
propaganda is a Texas state representatives saying that slavery was not cruel.
There you go.
And them selling the idea to the book manufacturers that slavery is nothing more than just
A
the
system of
merchandising
economics.
of yes,
Right.
yes.
Can I speak, please? Now, on my way to this very here interview session, there was a young lady doing an interview for a company downtown. Without saying any names, this guy doing the interview took it like it was $1 million deal. He was so intense in this meeting where the young lady can only make $7.75 per hour. He was so intense that when I asked her to give me a call if interested in another job opportunity, hey, I got a job opportunity for you. It pays better than that company. Take this. You know what he did? He crushed up my number and handed it to me. You know how I responded? I said, man, if you ever touch anything that belongs to me, I will F you up. I give it back to her. She says, no, just keep it. I don't want any trouble. I said, there's no trouble. You can have it, but he can't take it. You are applying for a job. You don't have a contract with this man. The job he is offering pays $7.75. I, a black man, is willing to pay you $10 an hour. So as I walk off, he jumps up and says, you get the hell out of here. I could have said a number of things, but I simply said, if you don't calm down and get out of my face, I am going to simply crush your skull. You have 3 seconds to back up, or there will be a problem.
But now I understand that, but that's not propaganda. I mean,
Now, see, you keep running back to propaganda.
no, because that's
We're
the
done with
point.
propaganda.
No.
We're still talking about propaganda?
I thought we were talking about propaganda.
Well, the propaganda
because
in that is if he works at one establishment, why is he doing an interview in another establishment?
but that's his business.
No.
I mean,
That's propaganda.
No,
Do
that's-
the interview in your establishment.
propaganda exists when that interview is done, and then someone else takes that and uses it to make whatever point that they want to make. But hold it. This,
It's using neutral information in a biased fashion.
yes.
Basically, it's probably because it's
That
neutral.
don't make
like
no
a
sense to me.
statistics or a number. Okay,
That
you
doesn't
can
make
you
any
can
sense to
skew
me.
numbers a certain way in your favor. That's propaganda.